Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forest coming to you with another market analysis video for USDCAD. Okay. Before we get started to break down this currency pair, we have to say that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but we all know why you guys are here. You want to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and help put a little bit of money in your pocket, especially in these hard times. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and break down this Forex pair. And as you know, what we do, I like to do it like Forex. We like to talk about the fundamentals of each currency before we get to break it down. What is physically happening on the charts? Okay. Now, we'll talk about the CAD first. CAD has been one of our currencies that's not been so strong or not been so weak. It's kind of like right there in the middle where news based on the oil or its own economic news can push it either way. And it's more so leaning towards the weaker inside because we've had some very bad news with the oil. And then before making this video, we did have some poor economic news come out for the CAD as well. Okay, so we're gonna have to see how this plays out with the fundamentals for CAD going forward with the rest of this trading week. USD, as we stated in previous videos, it's been one of our weaker currencies due to the dark cloud of inflation that's been hanging over it. But the Federal Reserve did increase its interest rate from 25 to 50%. So we're going to have to see how that's going to play out in the markets. But also, we did have some poor news come out about with the USD to the latter part of last trading week as well. But then we also did have news reports come out that the Fed said that the interest rates are too high and they're going to be actively looking for economic measures and policies to combat the inflation. So we're going to have to see how all these factors are going to play out with the USD. Now, what's going to be the deciding factor on whether the USD is going to be strong or weak is how effectively and how fast the increase in the interest rate is going to battle inflation. If it's taking too long or not battling it effectively, then the USD will perform as weak or even weaker than it has before. But if it is battling inflation effectively and expeditiously, then we will see strength pick up with the USD as well. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and break down this forex pair. Okay. So we was consolidating for some time between these two price points, roughly between for about a month. Then we started to make a new extreme highs towards this price point area here. Then eventually we ended up breaking towards the downside here. Okay. But here now we're starting to get some type of kind of a price rollover for the at the moment. It does not mean price is going towards the long side. It could just mean that price is just rolling over for the moment, and this may be due to the initial strength that is starting to pick up with the USD due to the increase in the interest rate, and also with them talking about if trying to come up with more measures and economic policies to combat the interest rate. And as I stated previously, the CAD is leaning more to the weaker side because of what's happening with oil and because its own poor economic news as well. Okay, so from a technical analysis standpoint, we may continue to start going up towards this way. The price, dropping down every so once in a while. Okay, so what we may start to have is a slight push up, with slight pushes back down. But if we do have some news that comes out and promptly about the USD being strong, we could have a very aggressive push up as well. Okay, so let's see. We're going down, but now we're looking like we're somewhat starting to turn over. So we may start to continue to have a bounce around here before it kind of shoots up. Or what's going to, yeah, so it looks more likely that we're going to start kind of range out between here and here. Now, I wouldn't trade this range like, okay, I know for a fact that this is going to go up. What I would do is wait for the range to develop and have the break in the range either towards the long side or the short side, in which we will see the direction that it's going to take, and we'll wait for the chart to give us the breadcrumbs for that, okay? But it looks like for the most part, we're going to be ranging out until we either get a break towards the long side or a break towards the short side, and that break is going to let us know which direction we should carry the trade into, okay? I hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.